it's not like I love to hear her stories and see what she steals from the hotel. But more importantly, there's a massive 5-year will they, won't they going on. Bro Boot Mike and our next guest.
Well, if that's your thing, if you like people and robots.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a fetishist who's into
people and robots doing it.
Witches on robots, then this is your
witches and robots.
This is your panel. Ladies and gentlemen, the queen herself, Ruth Connell.
She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so blind that I can't see. But she's a black magic woman, and she's gonna make a devil fight. Black magic woman. She's such a black magic woman. So freaking but so freaking woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so blind that I can't see.
Why he bought the boots?
But she's a black magic woman, and she's gonna make a devil of me.
Ruth!
Oh!
It looks like a synchronized dance. I swear to you, you guys rehearse in the off season. I mean,
Well, he just goes to dance mode.
we said it.
Robot dance mode.
We are dancing.
It is time to do the dance with Ruth.
Yeah, we rehearse in our personal
Dance if he
time.
wants to.
I knew it. All right, Ruth, they are yours. Enjoy.
They're mine. Thank you. Bye. Bye. So, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. He's a robot. Still. Okay. Hello! Hi, how are you all? You just had Sebastian. Or did Sebastian have you? I don't know. They're still there.
Oh my god.
When was that?
Panel? Oh god.
Are you lubricated now? How naughty was he?
Right, that's it.
No, it's okay. So I just want to try and gauge how far I can go.
As far as you want. I mean, he went pretty far.
Some magic. The magic is that I'm here and I'm awake because I flew in long haul yesterday and I don't have a chair.
There it is.
There it is. Thanks guys. Thanks
Sorry,
for
the voice fucked.
Yeah, I flew in and I was so like, can't miss my flight, that I was at the airport, I was first, which never happens. And then there was nobody at the desk for like an hour to check me in, so I was furious and overtired at the same time. And that was my journey just went on from there, but the main thing was that I got here and wasn't late for you guys. But I'm a little overtired, so you just get streams of consciousness like the last 2 minutes, which really did me much. But I just keep going until somebody interrupts me. So just interrupt me. I do this over and over again. It's Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
And tomorrow's Sunday.
Yes.
And you have those 2 boys tomorrow?
And today.
And today?
Yeah. For
I've
photos.
not seen them.
Photos.
Oh,
Later.
Photos. But they're not getting photos right now because you're all here.
Photos.
And if you start to leave, I will come and find you.
They're not
You
doing
can always tell it's like Misha's photo op. There's like a mass exodus halfway through my panel, and I take it personally.
an asshole.
So by all means, come in late. You're late! Sir, where have you been? If you see Misha's
They're not
photo
doing.
op, I
Oh,
will.
so they're not doing the Saturday office.
Somebody just left. Somebody who just left?
Shit, I'm not gonna leave then.
Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian. That's okay. You can go to Sebastian's. Bye then. Bye. See if I care. Bye. So long. They're not even looking back. They're not even looking around. I should answer a question or something. Should I?
No.
That's fine. No.
That's fine. Just tell
Just
stories.
keep going. Just keep telling stories. I could tell you stories.
Please. Go. All of them.
But it's not necessarily about supernatural.
Who cares? Just go. Yes.
I
Take
just,
Get
somebody
comfy.
clever think of a question for me about Christopher Lloyd. Okay? Okay? And then I don't look like an asshole just bragging. Then it's like you ask me the question and I can just talk about him. That sounds cool? Okay, good. It's not going smoothly. It's not going very well. We have some very special guests here.
Oh.
Backstage.
These are Rob's kids.
I wonder if they're starting to get nervous. I'm talking about them. Hold on.
Let us torment
Let's
them.
see if I can see them through the curtains. Hold on. Would
Since
you like to see one of them on stage?
Yes, bring them all.
They might go and run and hide now. Hold on.
No, it's,
Hold on, hold on.
I'm sure it's.
Hold on.
Um,
Hi. Calvin, do you want to come
Calvin.
and say
I
hi?
think it's Calvin.
Come on.
Come on, Calvin. We love you.
This is Calvin Benedict, everyone. And can you tell them all why you're here in Chicago?
I'm touring my college, DePaul.
Have we got any DePaul people in? Here, talk to her later, get some tips. Thanks for being so brave and coming out. You're a good team player.
Love the Bowie shirt.
Yeah.
Shirt's great.
The rule is you've got to know at least 3 songs to wear a t-shirt,
That's fair.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard rule.
I'll not test it right now.
I was gifted the shirt, so.
Okay, that is only one. You only got to name 1 song. That's okay. Okay, now that I've embarrassed you thoroughly, is there anything you want to say to your fans? They're all here for you, right?
I mean, okay, if I did one David Bowie song, it'd be Heroes.
Yeah. You can come up and sing it tonight at the concert. Yeah. Everybody cheer if you'd like to see Calvin sing Heroes. No pressure. Okay. Okay. I think Emily and Riley and Audrey might die. Do you want to come out and say hi? No. Oh, Emily does, yay! She's being brave. Give them all a wave. This is Emily. I'm just introducing you to the entire family now. It's all good, isn't it? Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for being a good sport. Okay, you can relax now. Okay. That was so sweet. Thanks. You're all so nice.
That was adorable.
We try.
We try.
We try sometimes.
On occasion.
On occasion. Sometimes we
I mean,
fail.
no.
Depending. I am going to answer a question. But first of all, I'm going to talk.
now?
Thanks, it's new. I got it from Urban Outfitters. Hi. Hi. Oh, it's nice and cool. Oh my goodness. Are you too cold? Because I'm boiling up there. I had to take my jacket off. No, you're freezing. I see. They need to blast the air conditioning. Hi. Hi. Oh, is it Casper? What's your name? Hi. Hi. Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Nice to see you. Hi. Hi. I'm just going to do a little tour because I've not done enough steps today. Hi. I like your cosplay. There's always one idiot still on their phone though. Not paying attention. Hi. What's your name? Victoria. And who is it you're texting?
That's a great question.
Oh, it's a great question. She's not prepared to answer. I like that. A woman of mystery. Good for you. Tell me later. Hi. Hi, another redhead. Hello. Oh, what's your name? So what's it? Portia, like the Merchant of Venice. Hello. Oh, hi, Portia. Oh. You're so cute. You're the cutest person in this entire room. Well, okay. But you pretty much are. Hi, 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 Angel. Angel loves working with me. It's really easy. It's an easy job. So. Hi, hi. Hi, Gabe. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Oh, thanks. I got it in next. I basically was staying in the centre of Leeds, across the road from the main shopping promenade. It's a nightmare every day. trying not to buy things for conventions to wear, you know. I feel like I have a moral obligation to wear something different every time I see you for photographs, so I have to have 2 different outfits every other weekend, right? It's part of my job description. That's how I see it, anyway. The closet disagrees because it's like first time. Right, okay. You thought Sebastian was bad.
He was worse.
Challenge accepted.
Hi.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
My name is Katie. I'm from Ohio.
That's near here, right?
Sorry.
Ohio? Yeah, we just came up with it. So my question now, I'm changing it because you were talking about Christopher Lloyd. Back to the Future is my favorite movie.
It's Calvin's favorite movie too.
Oh, that's so nice.
Should we chat about it later?
Yeah, later. So do you have any stories?
Oh, well, finally! It's so incredible that you asked me that today of all days. So yeah, I just filmed with Christopher Lloyd.
That's amazing.
And when I signed on to do the film, it's an independent film. He wasn't on board yet, so it was a total surprise. And he was so cool. You know when they say don't meet your heroes? Like sometimes you should, because he was awesome, totally switched on. And we were in the green room, just because you asked me, you know, I just thought I'll just tell you a little bit more about it. And we were in the green room. It was early on, and he's a little tiny bit hard of hearing, so you can't be shy. You have to just commit to what you're saying. So I said to him, "Are you enjoying your time in Leeds?" And he's like, yes. He said, "My wife has always wanted to come here because," and I could see he couldn't remember the name of the place. He said, there's a place that she wanted to always visit that's near here. And you know, you have one of those moments, just a perfect moment in your life. And I went, "The Cotswolds?" And he went, he looked at me like I was a genius. He was like, yes! I was like, yes! I read Christopher Lloyd's mind. And so yeah, they were going to enjoy a little trip to the Cotswolds. And anyway, that's just one of many Christopher Lloyd stories I could tell you and bore you all with, but it was awesome. He was wonderful, and I can't wait for you to see him in the film. It's called Nandor, Fodor, and the Talking Mongoose. And it's a true freaking story. Come on, it's about a talking mongoose, and you're like, yeah, so. It's a true story. It's actual. What's a mongoose? Google it. It's kind of a mixture of like a kind of ferrety ottery thing. Ferrety weaselly thing. Cute though. And oh, yeah, okay. They sound quite predatory by the sounds of things. But anyway, somebody else asked me another question if you want to know more about it. But anyway, you should take a look out for him. Thank you so much for your question. You're awesome. Thank you. And it's okay. You can ask me supernatural questions too.
Hi. I mean, it's not that related. It's related, but I'm Erica. My question is about how you portray Rowena on the show, which is a witch, and as someone that also practices witchcraft, do you practice it? Do you have any relationship to it, or is it just a character that you embrace? Like, how do you kind of approach witchcraft and paganism?
You've heard this answer before. How do you think I got the job? I've always been tuned to the moon, and the longer I live, sometimes that seems like a bit of a miracle, you know, with everything that happens to you, but the longer I live, the more I believe in energy and the matrix. And the funny thing, and I'm sorry, like, you opened the door, so I'm going to mention it. After being cast in the part I was playing in this film, Mrs. Irving, there's this real family, Mr. Irving, Mrs. Irving, and their daughter, Vori, or Wari, however you want to say it. They believed there was a talking mongoose in their house, in their remote house in the Isle of Man, and it was well documented. After signing on to play the role and investigating it further, I found some old old kind of book reviews, because there was books written about it in 1939, 1935, something like that. And some of the local townspeople thought she was a bit of a witch. And she did not disavow them of that belief. She quite enjoyed feeling a little bit like, she had very penetrating eyes apparently, and wasn't afraid of being thought of in that way. And I thought, there you go, there's the Matrix again, you can't escape it. You know? So I forget your question, but I enjoyed talking about whatever it was I was talking about. Did I answer anything to do with your question?
Kind of. I didn't know that you also practiced or kind of believed in it.
I believe in energy, and so I'm not, I don't follow any order, I'm not casting spells necessarily, apart from just with, you know, charm and charisma. No, come on. But I have a healthy respect, and I definitely think there's more to life than just what you can see on this plane. And a psychic once told me that I was going to work in a, like they meant as an actor, and that the name Dean was going to be really important in my future 18 months before I booked Supernatural, so that's a true story. And I told Jensen about 6 years later, I thought, I'm not going to lead with this on the first day. And I said to him that before I got Supernatural, this lady had told me the name Dean was going to be really important in my future. Somewhere she said, up where Niagara Falls is, because she was in Britain. And what she meant was Canada, because Niagara Falls is in Canada. She was like, what's, you know, up north, she was saying. And Jensen's face just went white when I told him, because he was supposed to go to Niagara Falls that day. True story. So thanks for getting to ramble on a bit more about weird stuff. Thanks for your question. Who's not afraid of being weird anymore? Hi.
Hi, my name is Becca, and first, before I ask this question, Mom, I hope you are writing this down, or are ready to write this down. For my 18th birthday, my mom and I are going to be going to Scotland, or not my 18th birthday, my 21st birthday, sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
So you are 18, so this is in a
Yes.
couple of years' time. You've got time.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just wanted like a recommendation of a place to go.
Yeah. So, first of all, you get the train from London from platform 9.5 at King's Cross, St Pancras, and you really enjoy the train ride up to Scotland. You probably get off at Edinburgh and you go on a ghost tour and see the underground city, and you go to the castle, and then you probably go and get a train through to Falkirk and see the Kelpies. There are beautiful horses built out of the ground and beautiful metal statues. They light them up different colours. They're probably lit up for the Queen's Jubilee this weekend. And then you could probably just go to the Trossachs if you like to go for a walk. You could go to Mull of Kintyre, which is a fair trek. But Paul McCartney loved it so much he wrote a song about it. And then you could go up to the Highlands. You could go to, I'm going to say Brodie Castle because it popped into my head for other reasons I'll not divulge right now. And then you could come back down on the right hand side to see the Forth Road Bridge, then you're back to Edinburgh and you get the train back or get the airplane. That's a really good tour. Yeah. You have to have fish and chips. They do such squashy fish and, like, not the fish is crispy, but the chips are really, they really cook the chips in fat. That's why Scotland has a terrible cardiac record. But you can also get Mars bar suppers and all that. I've honestly never put one in my mouth. A deep fried Mars bar. But I can tell you where the first place was. You have to go to Rose Street in Edinburgh, and that's the place where they made the first Mars bar supper. If you want, that's your kind of thing. If you like to die young. You should eat haggis, vegetarian or full pelt. It is absolutely delicious, and you should drink whiskey if you're not teetotal. There are hundreds of whiskies, you should try them all. That's my tour. That would be my tour of Scotland. I hope I wasn't speaking too quickly for you to write it down. Hi.
Hi, my name is Michaela, and I was going to ask about Christopher Lloyd, but since that's already been asked...
Do you want to ask me about Simon Pegg?
Yes.
Do you want to ask me about Simon Pegg?
Yes, what about Simon Pegg?
I'm
Tell
s-
me more.
I can't believe you just asked me that. That's like so cool that you're just, yeah, I just was filming with Simon Pegg. So I got offered this, on my birthday, I did this audition on a tape in London. There's my wee pal, hello. Hello. Hi. 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 Lilith. Lilith. Her name's Lilith. 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 Don't let me down now. Lilith. Hi. Lilith. Lilith.
Look at me.
Oh, she's the cutest. Lilith. I'm too far away. I'm too far away. Lilith and I were playing tag in the vendor's room when I was doing autographs. Hi, Lilith. Here she is. Here she is. Right, so I got offered this film on my birthday, which was a nice birthday present, and in it, it's called Nandor, Fodor, and the Talking Mongoose, and the part of Nandor, Fodor is extensive. And I said to Rob, whoever plays Nandor's got to be really good because they're carrying a lot of the film. And I got told, my agent said, so Simon Pegg's attached as the narrator, which is like quite a small part of it, but I thought it was good enough for me, so I thought I'll sign on. Anyway, it turned out when I booked it on my birthday, my agent was like, yeah, so Simon Pegg is Nandor. I was like, so he just misspoke it. You know the way people just say the wrong word? He said narrator, not Nandor. I was like, oh, okay, so that'll be all my scenes are with Simon Pegg then. And he was the loveliest man. He was the loveliest, nicest man, like not disappointing at all. It's weird, right? It's a bit like these schmucks here, you know, when they're like nice, as well as physically perfect or whatever.
Sorry.
Symmetrical freckles like Jensen. Hands up, who's new here? Welcome. So you've not heard all my shit jokes before about how Jensen's not really human. He's an android, and the way you can tell he's an android is they forgot to make his freckles random. They're actually symmetrical if you look real close. That way you can tell he's not really a human. Thank you so much for your lovely question and for being such a good sport. Thank you all for listening to me droning on and on about stuff you don't care about. Hi.
I'm Lucy Rohr, and I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And
Cool.
when you were playing Rowena, what was your favorite spell to do?
Okay, somebody else tell me the name of the episode because I always get them. There's two episode names that I get mixed up. You know the episode where I was on the pentagram on the ground, and I cut my own throat. Sundry Villains, that spell, various and sundry villains, that spell, because it was Latin, and I always asked for the translation, or maybe I had to try and translate it myself. Either way, I knew what it meant, and it was to do with, like, unleash me here, you know, like release my own power so that I can, you know, so that I can vocalize and speak my vision into the world. Or, you know, it was just wonderful, like just the exact kind of empowerment thing you're supposed to say in the mirror every morning or something. You know, when you give yourself a high five or something. And at that point in my life, it was the exact kind of spell I needed to give myself. And I was like, how often in life is your job, do you have to kneel down in the middle of a pentagram and like say things like, unleash me here, and like completely commit to saying something about empowering yourself so freely. And that's the kind of stuff that's the gift of Supernatural that just keeps on giving. And I should probably look that spell up again sometimes, and I should probably print it out or something, eh? Yeah, I should work that out or find my old script. I have a suitcase, I kid you not. I have an entire suitcase full of scripts. that I will use one day for some reasons. I don't know what they'll be, but I shall maybe look it out now that you've asked me that question. So thank you so much for your question. Yay! Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Casey.
Casey, are you nervous?
No, not really.
Good for you. I think it's really brave to get up and ask questions of these things. Especially when you've got numpties like me. Like, you know what I mean? Messing around, not making it easy.
Well, anyway,
She's not bothered.
I was just wondering if Rowena and Balthasar ever met, what kind of shenanigans would those two get into?
Sebastian?
Yes.
Just checking. Sebastian and I once did a panel together in Germany. I'm still recovering. I mean, my mind wanders here and there and everywhere, but he's ballistic. He's amazing. I mean ballistic like in the absolute best sense of the word ballistic. He's such a true gentleman and such a true thespian as well. There's no accent, language, character, anything he can't do. So I would just love to have had the chance to have acted with him. As so many people here, you know, that was what was so wonderful, getting to do scenes with Lisa Berry or, you know, or with Jared or whoever, you know, that was so wonderful. So I would have loved to have done any kind of scene with Sebastian. I think he's really the real deal. And I think they probably just couldn't have those two people together because of issues like how far they would go and how naughty they would be. It might have been a bit like the Stacks again, but no. So catching up. But more hell-bent. What do you think would have happened?
I can't say for sure, but I think they would have definitely gotten into a lot of different sort of shenanigans and caused a lot of mayhem.
Yeah, and probably would have tried to do each other over, right?
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't have ended well.
Yeah, it would have been a love-hate relationship, I think.
Yeah, but sometimes they're the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's not healthy. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's fine on television, but not in real life. Hi.
Hello, my name is Anna.
Hi, Anna.
My question is, what is your favorite and or the weirdest superstition that you know of?
Superstitions are weird, right? I love finding out where they come from, like what the real reason is behind them, and they're usually practical. Like, for example, have you heard of Dutch courage? Yeah, so to have some Dutch courage is to have a drink. And the reason was to do with the docks in London being such a scary place. And Amsterdam at the time was one of the biggest exporters in the world. You know, New York was nearly New Amsterdam. They were prolific. And but the Dutch sailors coming into London would have a drink to give themselves courage. So that's not superstition, but a story. Anyway, so I love superstitions and why these things come around. So the superstition of don't say the Scottish play. Do you know that superstition?
Yeah.
So in the theatre, and I would count this to be a theatre, I wouldn't run around saying the Scottish play's name. Do you know what I mean by the Scottish play?
Yes.
It begins with an M,
And it ends with X.
ends in a TH.
It's Macbeth.
Do you get it?
It's Macbeth.
Who just said it?
I did.
Okay, out. No, I'm looking.
Actually, you need to leave.
Seriously. I shift all of my stool and die. And the reason you don't say that inside a theatre is because it was such a popular play, because it's really bloodthirsty and gory and sexy and full of superstition and psychic witches and everything else that we all love, right?
Yes.
The reason that they don't say it, or that the superstition came around, was that if your theatre company was in trouble or you weren't selling enough tickets, you would put the Scottish play on to get people in through the door. You were guaranteed an audience, so that it meant your theatre company wasn't doing very well if you had to put the Scottish, you know what I mean? It was like in a back to front thing. So it became superstitious in the theatre not to say that word, because it meant, you know, your theatre might go dark or it might not sell tickets. So that's probably my favourite. And also Merd. Who knows that one? Yeah? Okay. Are you still alive? So in France, you shout, rather than saying break a leg, you shout merde! Don't you? Do you know why? That's for another time. Thank you for your question. Next.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Lauren. I'm from New York.
Oh, cool.
My question is there any characters that you wish Rowena could have interacted with, and how do you think those interactions would have gone?
Wow. I would like to just have been in it more at the end with everyone. That was the only sadness really because of you dropped something. It's okay. We'll all just watch you pick it up. Don't worry. Don't be self-conscious. It's fine. I was sad not to be able to be in hell more and just be an awful ruler down there. By awful, I mean fantastic. My catchphrase is that I would make hell great again. And I would have, I really would have. That's my only regret. I got to work with Pellegrino, which that was an ambition, and Lisa Berry, as I said. Sam Smith and we tried to connect over one scene. We had a look, but you can't tell, I don't think, from the edit. I would have liked to have done more with Mary. That would have been fun to see two kind of questionable mothers together. I always thought it would be wonderful to work with Kim, but that would be bad for Rowena because Jodie just kicks ass. So I was kind of glad, you know what I mean? There's always reasons to and not to. And like Michael Fassbender. There was talk at one point of maybe, I don't know if it was just us, the actors probably, I don't think it was maybe a real thing, of maybe getting Fergus's dad, and I pitched Jared Harris, who's a friend, and and he watched all of Supernatural because he's such a good friend, and then he loved it, and he thought the boys were brilliant and amazing, and that would have been awesome because Jared in Mad Men, Mark Sheppard's dad played his dad in Mad Men, so I thought it'd be cool if Jared then played Sheppard's dad in Supernatural, but it never happened. So that wasn't really about me, that was just a dream I had for someone else. I'm going to stop talking now, thank you so much. Before I tell anything else I'm not supposed to say. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'm really, really pleased to be here. I'm really glad my flight wasn't late or too delayed, and I made my connection. I've been looking forward to this one.
What do you enjoy most or appreciate live and coming and traveling versus behind the camera?
From a purely selfish, somebody's got a photo up. Bye then. Whose is it? Oh, oh, I love you the most. She said it so matter of fact, that's hilarious. What was I saying? No idea.
You love Michael Fassbender.
Oh, I love Michael Fassbender. And live. Okay, for selfish reasons, Michael Fassbender is a selfish reason. I just used to say his name for fun because we could never afford it for 1 second. But no, in person, I'm sitting here in front of you all with a microphone in my hand talking nonsense, and before Supernatural, at drama college, if you would have said to me, we're going to give you a microphone and you've got to sit in front of a room full of people and talk on your own for an hour, my brain would have melted. But the first ever panel I came, I think maybe I did one of my own at a small convention, then I did one with Erica Carroll, but just coming out in front of everybody and everyone being so supportive and laughing at all my shit jokes gave me so much license to be myself and to talk and not worry so much about it. And really, I couldn't have imagined doing this before I had Supernatural, so I think it's been good for me, maybe not for you, shut up. But I feel like it's definitely helped me relax speaking in front of people. It is a very, we are all friends, we're all family, we're one big, huge dysfunctional family, so it's a very kind audience. So it's been a very loving, supportive way to kind of get over myself. So I'm really, really grateful. And then getting to see like people like Lilith when she remembers who I am. Hi, Lilith. Hi. She's too far away. Bring her over. Bring her over. Bring her over. Come over here. No, getting to see people, and sometimes, you know, meeting people for the first time and their faces light up, or then people for the 5th time and you start to get to know them. It's just,
And then there's us.
what a gift. Hi, Lily. Hi. Please don't let me down. Hi.
Very generous.
Hi, it's me again. Hi. Hi. You gonna come up? See if she comes up on her own. If she doesn't, don't make her. Hi. Hi. That's okay. Hi. 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 How are you? Hi. See you later. Peekaboo. Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Oh. Just give kisses to the whole audience. Bye. Bye. Oh, there you go. You. Oh my God, your little face. Yeah. Anyway, I should. Hi. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Come on then.
What a diva.
Are you going to be on stage? Are you going to be on stage? Hi. This is something I said. Bye. 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 Thanks for bringing her over. Oh. Okay, bye. Bye. Do I need to answer a question on this side? Next? She doesn't want to go now.
I know, now she's like, nah, I want to be there.
Thank you. Hi.
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 My name is Sonia, and I was wondering, what was your favorite and least favorite scenes that you filmed as Rowena?
That's an interesting question. My least favorite. Well, I hated I don't know what my least. I can't imagine what my least favorite would be. I loved everything so much. Even if it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and -7 degrees and I'm pouring scalding hot boiling water on my hands. I can't imagine, I don't know what my least favourite would be. If I ever felt like I wasn't doing a good job, that's my least favourite. You know, if you feel like you're having an off day, or you're not quite, that's the only time that I would get frustrated with myself. And I realise that happens to everyone, it's a very normal thing. Favourite? I loved when there was something really, I loved the one-to-ones. You know, I got a one-to-one with Jensen and regarding Dean, or a one-to-one with Sam in the car, or one-to-one scenes with Misha or with Alex. You know, I love that because basically as soon as you had more than 3 of us together, it was like herding cats. That's what Phil Segrisha used to say. It was like herding cats. And especially what you don't do is put Jared, Jensen, Misha, Alex and I all in a circle facing each other for hours on end. Like in The Rupture, where we have the outtakes, where for the first time in 6 years I actually broke on set and was sweating. I was so hot, I was laughing so hard because I accidentally said vulva rather than vulvo, which is a Latin word. And Jared, being the gentleman that he is, said, "What was that, Rowena?" And didn't let me off the hook. And yeah, that's really my favourite and least favourite thing all at the same time. Thanks for your question.
I don't want to interrupt your panel. You still have time for another question, but I just want to say, I've been doing these conventions for a long time. I've heard a lot of panels. I've heard a lot of questions, and I've heard a lot of answers. And I have never heard, ever, the phrase, Jared being the gentleman he is. I have never.
Well, the point was that he kind of wasn't.
Okay, because I don't know the context, but I know, but listen, I can smell a fresh batch of BS from backstage, you know? And I'm like, well, Ruth's in the kitchen making up something.
Well, the point was that he didn't let me off the hook like a gentleman when I accidentally said a certain word that I shouldn't have said. I laughed. You don't want to go into it.
Okay, but the point is, he's not a gentleman, right? Okay, good.
He's a giant.
Yes, we'll go with that. How was it? How was your time out here?
How was it? Aww.
I heard you brought Calvin on stage.
So I brought Calvin, and Emily was brave too. She came out too.
Yes.
And so Calvin's going to sing Heroes tonight.
Aww. Got voice like an angel, that kid.
Is that
play
okay?
the drums.
Is that okay? Yeah, okay. He was great though, wasn't he? And he made a friend from DePaul. Who's the DePaul lady? DePaul person? Yeah, a few DePaul people, yeah.
It's important that we get Calvin up on stage because we're just about 6 months to a year before the Spade Boys and Calvin take over this job we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the Calvin and Spade experience with the children doing what the men used to do.
That's right, and I remember they were on stage together before, so I wasn't afraid. I knew he'd done it before, so I wasn't pumping his stage.
Wow. You almost had me.
That was a family moment.
And then you got dirty.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Ruth Connell.
She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so blind that I can't see. But she's a black magic woman, and she's gonna make a devil of me.
I can't believe what Ruth just said about Bobo Little Boy. Bobby Boy and Ruth on stage together. Should be fairly friendly, but it wasn't they to make it weird.
That's what she does.
Okay, listen now. If you've never been to a supernatural convention, that's Rob, I'm Rich, this is the band. And tonight,
Sorry, who are you?
this is what it's all about. We don't really give a crap about the stuff we do on Friday day and Saturday day. Saturday night is where it all happens, right here on this stage. Saturday night special.
We're gonna have a lot. We're back to it's like old school. We got lots of guest stars tonight. Lots of the actors on stage singing with us. It's gonna be a great show.
You know, Steven is so excited that he's already stormed off the stage.
Well, yeah, we'll let Steve speak for himself. Oh, okay. Well, Steve will be here tonight.
And I will say, tonight there's so many guests. This is not like a concert, Billy. It's not like a 1 hour play the hits and you're out of here. It's like Bonnaroo. Like it's like multiple stage events. There's so many people. You know what I mean?
As long as it's not like Burning
pack
Man.
a lunch, and it's going to be a heck of a show. Be sure you double dose with whatever you need to help you ride the wave through the musical excursion.
And in the meantime, you got autographs, you got photographs.
So the lounge swing table is open for
The lounge
business.
swing table's open with our CDs. You can brush up on all the tunes so you know them tonight and you can sing along.
Exactly. We'll see you guys tonight.